Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this is a video about how can you potentially identify rug pulls or scam projects or projects which do not have real utility or real growth potential in the future. Usually these are the ones which have a pump and dump concept or potentially would be a rug pull in the long run. That's what has happened with a lot of projects. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and give you certain signals or certain tools that you can utilize to find out whether the project is really a rug pull, really good enough to go ahead and invest, and safe enough. Rather than good enough, it should be safe enough, because presentation is one thing, but safety and security of your investment is very much important than that. So this is Mr. Aslan. Crypto education is my passion, guys. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This episode is purely for educational purposes, helping you find out how a rug pull might happen and how to identify such projects which potentially might be scams. Let's go ahead and check the first and foremost website that I personally use, which is Token Sniffer. Now, in Token Sniffer, you would be getting maximum details on whether the project is a rug pull or not. Now, I just took this random contract address and I pasted over here. So we can just go ahead with, say, Jetstar, since I have it in front of me. Let's quickly take Jetstar's contract address, just copy this, paste it. This is where it analyzes and gives you a report, right? So here you see Jetstar has a score of 65 out of 100. That quotes it to be a medium risk token. Now, should it be something that you should be worried about? Yes, you should check your projects properly, even though you have a medium risk score. And if at all you have a high risk score, then it's something that you should definitely avoid, at least for the time frame where you can again go back and check if the project has made some progress and see the score has improved before you want to purchase the project. My personal opinion of what I would personally do is go ahead and check first whether it's a medium risk, high risk, or a low risk profile. Low risk and medium low risk is something that I would definitely go ahead and check, but do not worry about much, because majority of the checks would have already been tick marked, mainly because of the liquidity logs, the token is sellable or not, the transaction taxes, whether the contract source is verified, if there are any similar tokens of that kind, and all those stuff would be available over here. And you can see this plays a very vital role, guys. Liquidity analysis plays a very vital role. The holder analysis plays a very vital role. Even though the contract analysis has these two tick marks not there, whether it's no prior similar tokens, well, you have a lot of duplicate projects running out there in the space. If it's a GameFi project, then everything else would be GameFi project. But the functionality or the way that the game works is totally different. Now, Axie Infinity is a GameFi project. Some other game is also a GameFi project, and they both might share the same contract details. However, the way that the games are played are totally different, right? So that's where it is. So the gameplay and the game mechanics and the games themselves vary. It's all about coding, right? So coding can be definitely be cloned. Now, whenever you want to create a token, you always go ahead and copy the base code of Ethereum, and after which you build your own tokenomics, build your own token details, and all those stuff. So that's how it is. So ownership renounced or source not contained. This is something that I have spoken of in some of the earlier videos as well. Renouncing the ownership, it's dependent on the token that you actually go for. If it's a token which does not have any future changes that has to be made, say for example, I come out with a project of only an NFT, so my entire project of crypto would only be to prepare NFTs, mint them, and sell them in OpenSea. For those kind of situations, I do not want to have ownership not renounced, or even if I renounce it, it doesn't matter, because I'm not making any more changes to the contract. However, in these kind of projects which evolve as and when technologies evolve, it is definitely not good that the ownership is renounced, because any further technological advancements that happen in the future, you would definitely not be able to make the changes. Then again, you need to go through the entire concept of changing from version 1 to version 2, where another new contract will be probably prepared, and that the token movement has to happen there, and a lot of procedures on the technical aspect would be there. However, if you have your own token contract available with you and it is not renounced, you can make those minor changes if needed in the near future to accommodate all those technological aspects that would occur in the near days. So this is something that you need to look out for. It depends on the token type that you are looking at. For example, if I take Meals token as an example, it's a charity token, pure charity token, which is dependent on only ensuring that charity is made through the purchase and transaction of this token, right? So this contract may be renounced. I'm not saying it should always be renounced. It depends on the programmer or the owner of the token whether they have any further plans to further utilize this token in some other fashion. However, it can be, is what I'm trying to put across. It can be renounced because it doesn't have any other additional utility added up to it for now, at least. If the owner has no other plans, that's a different concept. Like I said, if they say that this is only a pure charity token, it has no other purpose apart from ensuring that the charity is made through the transactions of this particular token, then yes, renouncing the contract makes sense. However, you take Jetstar for example. Jetstar is into many things that is coming in the future. You have ecosystem that is being built. You have in-game currencies. You have NFT marketplace. You have games coming out. Then you have the metaverse also, which they would get into. So all these things are there in place and mind for Jetstar. So for that, this project does not need the contract to be renounced. That would only devoid them of adapting to the new technological changes in the near future. So these are kind of the projects which we need to look into whether the contract has to be renounced or not. So that is one portion regarding the contract announcement. Liquidity lock is something which is very, very important for all the projects. So if at all you see that there is a project that's potentially a rug pull, if you have a liquidity lock, then you are free from that rug pull. So that's something that is very much important, and it's a very big plus point that you need to look into projects like say Meals or say Jetstar. You can definitely see that they have locked the liquidity. Yeah, it's over here. It's in Mudra lock certificate. You can see that it is locked and it is scheduled for 1 year lock that is available again still for 9 months, right? So that's how it is. For the entire 9 months, the people would not be able to withdraw this particular liquidity. I did check with this with some of the vendors like Mudra and DX, or even they wouldn't be able to revoke this liquidity because it's a time lock. So no one would be able to access this particular liquidity. So the second one that I would refer to is Rugdoc. I would come down here and probably try to search my token. Not all tokens are available over here, and not all tokens would be audited. And you can go ahead and check for your token which you want to purchase over here once, just to ensure that there are no red flags that this particular website is giving you. The last and final version that I would look into is their website. Is there social links, whether all the social links are available and working? If I say come down to Jetstar and I look at Telegram, I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have YouTube, I have Reddit, I have Discord. Are all these links working? Is something that I would definitely go ahead and check. How long have these been created? How long has the project had an account with these social websites? And how many members are there? How many followers are there? What are the social activities that happen between these social instances? No, always monitor it at least for an hour or so. Spend your time at least for an hour or at least a day, at least 2 days a week. I leave the time frame to you guys. But however, just ensure that you at least go ahead and check this. It's as good as losing a little bit of profit, say a 2x or a 3x within the short span of 1 week or so, than losing all your entire investment once the rug pull happens. So think carefully and get into projects when you're comfortable and confident that you can invest in those projects. So this is something that is really important, guys. The last and final thing that I would go ahead and verify is the white paper details. Now, this is something which is a little skeptical. It may not be the same for all the projects. Like, for example, if I take Jetstar, you have almost 34 pages of the white paper, each element described in very detailed manner, very easy to understand manner, and each and everything has pictorial representations and examples as well. This is something that I really loved about this white paper. That's what I have been quoting in my other videos as well. When you come down to Meals, you might see a much simpler white paper, but what is important over here, even in this white paper, is each and every detail about the project, on what it is, how it started, and what is it going to do, how is it going to ensure the charities happen. Everything in detail is available for me in this white paper. So that is something that is really, really important. Now, some of the ones which I personally feel that are not actual white papers but just some PowerPoint presentations, I'm sorry, I'm quoting this in a very direct manner to all those people who lost money on Suzuki Inu. But however, this is something that you need to learn a lesson from, and that is experience that you should have when you're trading with crypto. If you look at this white paper, it's more of a slideshow for me rather than having a white paper, guys. I understand there is some artistic work involved in terms of presenting the white paper. This is what I mentioned about. The website should contain the information it is supposed to contain about the project. Now, if you look at this, what is it that they actually have? Suzuki Inu will not be just another discarded Inu ERC20 token. What we have is dedicated and legitimate team of hardworking people working tirelessly behind the scenes. Full stack developers, marketing managers, international liaisons, and graphic artists. Most of all, we have the world's best, most resilient community. All right, you just boasted about your token amount in the white paper, but where is the actual details on what your token is all about? This is something which everyone knows. Tokenomics is available in the website. It's just a one page bum up, and you have the details of what the symbol is, what the supply is. It's ideally the replication of the same, right? So you don't need to have two different slides for that. And what is the roadmap? Even in the roadmap, if you look at it very clearly, there is nothing that speaks about what the token is. They speak about having a gaming token. Yes, what is the game about? Do you have any vision about what the game is? And what is it that you're planning to build? Do you have any details about that? Well, all this stuff is not given to me anywhere in the website. How is that this project came into existence? How did the people want to have Suzuki as a token? Why did they want to create this crypto project? Those are the questions which leave me unanswered if I look at this white paper. This is more of a slideshow, like I said, guys. There is nothing to say. Even the introduction, if you look at it, it just says that it is not an Inno and it has some full stack developers and stuff. But do you really think that that is the information that you should get from a project that is fairly new? So these are the things that you need to really look into. But however, there is a small catch in this. Now, certain people are having good project ideas, but not good minds in terms of designing white papers as such. Now, I have seen a couple of projects which have this in their mind. However, just to quote, even though the white paper may not be so good looking or may not have that much information as we actually desire, they definitely will have some substance as to why the token was created, why is it that they want to have this project run, and what is it the future aspect that is there for the project. So all these things would be at least mentioned somewhere in the white paper. So that is something that I really have to look into, rather than just getting into the token, looking at it just like a slideshow, guys. I leave the links in the description below. Just run through them and have these two websites as your checklists whenever you want to go ahead and purchase any new project out there in the crypto world. Finally, guys, all I would like to go ahead and say is use these tools to your advantage, do your own research, and also invest with your due diligence. And only invest in what you can afford to lose. If you are looking for an investor perspective where you would like to just invest in the project and sit back and relax, enjoy the reflections if it's having in the tokenomics, and also by the time you say it's around 6 months or 10 months or 1 year down the lane, you're reaping some very good profits where you can actually attain financial freedom. It has happened in crypto for many of them. So if in case you're looking for those kind of investments, I strongly suggest that you definitely have to look into all these aspects before you go ahead and invest in any token. Do not fall for FOMO, where people just see some price action that's happening with one token and you feel that you're missing that out. Please do not have that emotional aspect where you feel that if I had invested in this token, then I would have had millions. If I had done this earlier, when someone told me, I would have had billions. Well, crypto is not something that is going to end today or tomorrow. Crypto is just beginning. Crypto world is just in the infancy stage. So there are a lot many better projects that would come in the future. All this experience will definitely help you in identifying those good projects in the near days. And once you invest them at the initial point in those projects, after doing all this research and knowing properly about how crypto works, then you can definitely retire with a smile on your face, rather than not worrying every single day about whether this token is a rug pull, whether this token is doing good, whether these charts are nice, and whether the price action is happening or not. You wouldn't have to worry about anything as such. So that is the way that I would like to see all my viewers, as that's the main passion that I have in terms of educating each and every person who is watching this video. Thank you so much for watching once again, guys. Do subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, and hit the like button if you like my content, and do comment in the comment section below if you would like to go ahead and take up any specific topic related to crypto that you want to actually know about. Based on the number of comments with the similarity in the topics, I would definitely go ahead and bring a video out for you guys on the same. Once again, have fun and take care.